Matt. In 2010, two second graders at Kelly Elementary School in Carlsbad, they were hurt when a gunman opened fire. The shooter, Brendan O'Rourke, who you see there, was sentenced to 189 years in prison. Current district attorney Summer Stephan prosecuted the case and later helped create safety protocols for school shootings.
And she is joining us now. Summer, thank you so much, for being here. So this model is now being used in schools across the country.
Yes, and it's really important because when there's an unspeakable loss like what happened recently, people wonder, what can we do? And what's important is to know that there's a lot that we can do, and we've done it in San Diego. On the heels of the shooting at Kelly Elementary School, which left that whole community in distress, we took action to look back and see what can we do to make sure there are no bystanders, that everyone reports all the telltale signs. Because we know for a fact that 93% of shooters, they tell someone what their plan is. So it's important that once they tell that person, we take action.
Your concern is mostly preventative measures more than anything else. Parents looking out for these signs within their kids, what they hear, and more importantly, I guess, social media for students right now more than anything else.
We monitor social media and we train our officers, our prosecutors, and the schools on what to look for on social media. We don't take anything as a hoax or a joke. We address each threat. So we've handled 45 threats fairly recently, and while most of them are just a kid joking around, we don't assume that. We take each case, we take a look at whether they have a history of violence, whether they've had a history in school of acting out. We look for whether they've obtained weapons or have had access to weapons. We remove those. So we take definitive action in each case to prevent harm. And this protocol trains all of the schools on what to look for. And there's a form that they use to make sure that the behavior is under control and is not escalating. The good news is in most cases, you can redirect the kids away from violence. You give them mental health treatment. You give them addiction treatment. You look at the underlying causes. But we've had a couple of scary cases that we feel we were able to avert a huge mass disaster by taking definitive action.
So, I mean, it sounds like you have seen firsthand this work and that people are utilizing it. They're seeing something, they're saying something, they're feeling more comfortable reaching out for help.
Absolutely. In one case, when we did the search, it was very clear that there was a laid out plan to conduct a shooting. Being able to stop that and avert the pain to our community is a win. So we want to focus not just on coming in after the fact, an active shooter protocol, but a pre-active shooter. How do we stop it? And we want the whole community to engage. Please call your local police and let them know they know what to do. They've been trained, and they will work with the schools and the DA's office to take the appropriate action.
Takes all of us as a community. Summer Stephan,
Yes.
thank you for your time and your advice.